Ladies and boys and girls, today actually I'm going to be reviewing the Gear VR, which I currently unbox, and also I'm going to compare it to current VR and what's the big differences between them. Basically, on the Gear VR is of course the Samsung one, which you use your cell phone for. Now this is the one that most people buy just because it's the cheapest way to get into VR, even though I will say there's not too much difference other than the controller and the side piece between it and your cheap $20 pair. It is slightly an upgrade, but I don't know sometimes if it's worth the price if you're paying full. If you're paying like 80 bucks for it's not bad, but I would not pay more than 80 bucks for this particular type of VR. Now the big difference between this and like the PSVR and the VR Oculus and stuff like that is those are a higher grade. That's the reason they're more expensive also, why you need the computer. For most people, they're going to go lean towards this just because it gets you a roundabout way of VR, and it's considerably cheaper at basically the price of the phone and the price of the VR. But if you're really paying full price for the phone, the Samsung, you're looking about $800 on the average, and you're looking at a VR, so it's about $1,000. And if you got a gaming laptop, the laptop itself is probably about $1,000 minimally, and then the VR is about another $500 to $600 on average. As far as PlayStation actually was one of the cheaper ones, which has the VR headset, the little controllers and everything else for about $350. But then again, you have to also buy the system, so your minimally looking investment is about $650-ish. I want to say off the top of my head. And that's if you get the sets on sale. But typically you want to get the HDR unit and the newer VR set, and keep that in mind if you're buying the VR sets that with the PlayStation, is there is two different units. One has HDR pass-through, one does not. The ones that's typically on sale do not have the HDR pass-through. As far as this goes, as far as the apps go, there are some nice, interesting apps for it. Like there is the Mandalay VR app, which is good for chatting and trying to learn a language with. The app is about $5, so that's not bad. Of course, you need to also have a Mandalay subscription, but then again, if you look at languages, that's actually one of the more cheaper routes to go, and the more efficient. So I will do a review later on all those different types of language programs, because I've used quite a few to learn Russian, and I can tell you which ones are good, which ones are better for what type of learning you want to do with it. And which resources you can also use to help better with that. But that's a whole nother video. With this one, Oculus Rift, there are some good apps. There's some coaster riding ones, but I don't recommend those as much as there is one that's kind of like a Buzz Lightyear shooter, which you're on a coaster, but you actually get to interact with it a little bit. As far as game support, there isn't really that much. As far as I'm concerned, there is content out there, but as far as the Oculus goes, I would invest in the HTC Vive over Oculus any day. Now, like I said, if you're just a beginner, you just want to get a good taste, you want a decent quality for the low grades, I would probably recommend this. But if you want a true VR experience, I would probably recommend the HTC Vive or the PSVR for the best routes in that. Of course, with a laptop or any type of computer, you'll want to have more access to different content. More so than if you get a proprietary gaming system. And Steam does have a lot of games out there. I can't say they're all good, but there's a lot of different options for you there. But as far as the Samsung, you are limited to what's really good. It's not too expensive, like I said, so I guess you have that into it, but you're not going to have like AAA titles playing on the Samsung VR. But that's it for this review. So is it worth it? Like I said, it just depends on you personally, which is your best remedy for that. And also now for my giveaway, as I'm doing 2 tonight, but I want to do 2 different videos. This one's, just to let you guys know, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is still out there from a previous. The other 2 are gone. And then let's see, this one I'm adding to the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm adding Moana. Now I do have a later video I'm going to upload, probably close to 12 as I can. It's going to be the night before Christmas, and that one I'm going to be doing as another video, and then I'm going to do one for the giveaway for the Steam cards. which will be uploaded much later. That'll be done tomorrow, actually. So, once again, thank you and have a nice